relationships and trust.
Building better trust here in our school and in the office, I believe, comes from open communication. That being one of our main platform issues is, continuing to open the channels of communication and providing transparency into the way that the processes, procedures, and operations around here go. We want to be that ability to be that open communication. In addition, it comes from being a community and working together and kind of collaborating and bringing the issues to the table and working through them and persevering, so it's, trust comes with communication, and that's what we want to provide.
To instill trust, I would like to show that my effective listening skills by taking notes with those who come to speak to me, by taking the letters of people that write to us, and by comparing those views objectively later on, and taking the time to listen to them, formulate new ideas and new proposals based upon everyone's views, creating a shared consciousness within our community, and fulfilling my roles, tasks, and any promises I make as effectively and efficiently as I possibly can. Thank you.
It's really important to understand that the trust that you come to expect in a leader is vastly different than the trust that you come to expect in a close friend. When you want to trust in a leader, you expect three main things: consistency, competence, and motivation. We believe that you have to lay out a strong leadership role in order to develop any kind of sense of trust among your peers. If elected, we will display consistency by not only showing up every day, but following through on tasks that we've included on our platform. We will show competence by being aware of all potential consequences and factors involving any kind of decision, and motivation by encouraging peer review and positive reinforcement to our entire ASG staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Luis will start us off with question number 3. What are your strengths and weaknesses as a leader?
One of the strengths that I have is that I recognize that I'm not invincible and I have weaknesses. Some of the weaknesses I have is that I tend to sacrifice myself with unnecessary work. My work suffers when there's tension among colleagues, and I don't always seek the help when I know that I need it. On the other hand, I accept my responsibility. I am committed, I have organization skills, and as well as being a great leader among my community, my group of friends, the workplace, and I like providing others, I like proving to others that they can count on me to do the best job that I know that I can do. Thank you.
I believe my strengths as a leader is being compassionate and having passion for what I do every day, waking up 6 a.m., 7 a.m., coming to school, coming to work, and doing what I do day in and day out for the lives of helping others. Oftentimes, being too compassionate and sympathetic with others can be a weakness of mine. I try to sympathize with others, trying to give, when I want to give back, when I want to move forward, that's one of my weaknesses is really getting on that common ground and understanding with people. That could be a weakness of mine. But we're all growing as leaders, and leader, you have to grow. And in growing, all of those things are being worked on. Thank you.
I want to start with saying, my weaknesses, tend to strive around me incorporating and taking on so much that, it spreads my ability to be effective thin, so that's why collaboration is definitely a key element in our campaign. It's working together, and it's bringing all of us together to work toward common goals is where I think all of our strength comes from, and including mine. It's a matter of being a voice and working together to build a positive change. So that's kind of where I stand. Thank you.
My greatest weakness is I don't have a strong formal background in leadership experience. But my greatest strengths are the ability to listen to people objectively, to hear what they have to say. And I excel under pressure. I'm able to keep people on task, keep things directed on the topics at hand, and to be able to just formulate new plans and ideas and do the research necessary to achieve goals. Thank you.
Within the first few years of school, I quickly learned that I get caught up in trying to do one thing perfectly, even though I realize I have about a dozen other things waiting to be accomplished. I'm slowly learning when to let go and when to move on. But in ASG, I would much rather have everything done well rather than just a couple things done perfectly. So this is a skill that I would love to build throughout my potential term as ASG president. Though that doesn't mean that perfection should be an impossible goal by any means. One of the greatest skills that I have to offer as a leader is the quick and effective delegation of jobs and tasks. If paired with the right team, even the heaviest of workloads can become simplified and manageable with correct and efficient delegation. That's something that I know both myself and Garrett LaRoe can offer. Thank you.
We all need to be able to recognize our own weaknesses if we are to go ahead and try to grow from them and become better leaders ourselves. And like anybody else, I have my weaknesses. Certainly, I try to take on a lot of tasks. I'm taking over 20 credits now. I'm campaigning. I'm part of the forensics team here on campus. I volunteer. Luckily, next year, I'll have a low credit limit. So I'll be able to spend more time specifically dealing with my duties as ASG president. Further, I also can be an arrogant person, but that's also a large source of my own self-confidence as well, and my drive and my passion to do what I feel is correct. At the same time, on my strengths, I'm a good problem solver. I'm a good listener. I'm open-minded. I have natural leadership skills, and I'm good at delegating out to others. So, like any leader, if you can't recognize your own weaknesses, how can you improve on them and mitigate them to become a better leader?
All right, William's going to start us off with question number 4. From past leadership experiences, what qualifies you as the 2012-2013 ASG president?
We love you, Willie.
Many things qualify me as being the president in ASG for next year, stemming from high school, serving on the Public Involvement Advisory Council, overseeing the city of Portland and bureaus, to serving as the Reynolds School District Student Board Representative, representing the needs of 15,000 students each month to the Board of Education, all the way to standing here today as the Director of Diversity, pushing the needs of the students and what they need here on campus. All of these things are accomplishments. It's what drives me, and most importantly, it's what helps me give back to all of you.
So what qualifies me for this position as student body president stems from my over 10 years of working as a professional and being a leader in work and development. I'm a professional electrician and have been. I've trained and worked with many apprentices and seen them make their way through to become electricians as well. I've also been a community leader. I've sat on a citizens advisory board in Hillsborough, and was a precinct committee person for Washington County when I used to live out there. You know, and I know what the world, what the society's like right now. I know how hard it is for many of us to find work, and I just want to use my experiences and my knowledge and my skills to drive positive energy here at the school. You know, there's a lot of good things going on, and there is already a lot of positive direction and energy. Just seeing how many people are up here running for this position. So I just want to use that energy and guide it into a more positive and successful school year for all of us. So.
From my past experiences, what I believe is that is my biggest effectiveness or qualification as a leader is the ability to put the